My guest on the program is no stranger to disasters, both natural and man-made. He tells us that the problem with fires like this one in Kubwa is one word: people. We the people do not like rules. The fire, he says, was preventable if only someone did their job and that the people understood that this difficult job was for their safety. Mr. Idris, welcome to Dateline Abuja.
Thank you for having me once again.
The fire incident in Kubwa has left a lot of us up in arms. Has there been any update as to what caused this explosion? Because the conspiracy theories online are so many. Oh, a pipe fell. Oh, someone smoked a cigarette on the way. Oh, it was adulterated petrol. Oh, it was adulterated kerosene. What's the update on what caused this particular fire?
The proximate cause of that fire was as a result of a blast of the transformer. The transformer blasted, and then I think it's the jumper that cut off, and then the wire fell down on a lady called Queen, but she didn't die. She's alive, and so she doesn't even know there was explosion because they rushed her to the hospital. The cable fell on the tank, the surface tank for the Kero, and because of the heat, it now ignited a fire and there was an explosion. But to be honest, from the discreet investigation we carried out, there was nothing adulterated kerosene there, yes.
Was there anything that could have been done to stop this from happening?
Well,
was the kerosene tank supposed to be in a place that is that populated, for instance?
Absolutely, it's not supposed to be there. We have been telling the public that they shouldn't mix, especially the marketers, that they should try as much as possible to segment the market. There should be areas where they should have such
type of products, especially inflammable products. Yes.
Exactly, inflammable products.
Because because for those who don't know, that part is at the market.
Yes, and anywhere you go, you see that somebody with cooking gas, because maybe she's cooking to sell food there, and then you see a textile dealer, you see a lot of things differently. Instead of segmenting the market to make sure that these are the areas for this and that. If you have, those restaurants and where inflammables are, things are, there should be also a demarcation between the main market and just leave an exit and entry point so that it will not affect, even if there is fire there, it will not affect the other side. But we jam-pack everything. And if you look at this one, they are even on the main road. They are even on the main road. And so a lot of people came out from the main market and displayed their products around that area.
For people who don't know, that part of Kubwa is a Kubwa village.
Yes.
And it's a very crowded area.
Very crowded area.
Incredibly crowded area.
Very crowded.
And with very bad roads.
Exactly.
With very bad roads.
Exactly.
You know, but this isn't the first time we're hearing about this sort of disaster. In places that are even more organized, like Gwarimpa, we had 2 fires.
Yes.
In Gwarimpa.
Yes.
Talk to us about, this situation. The Harmattan is coming. It's almost here.
The Harmattan
and we know how it is in this part of the country. There are so many fires that happen around this time of the year. What's your office doing to ensure that this is not a recurrent? I think most of our conversations really circle around this, really. How do we make sure that we don't have the same story? I don't want to sit here with you again next year having a conversation. Because when the Gwarimpa fire happened, yes, we had this conversation. And now here we are with the Kubwa fire. And Harmattan is coming. We don't want to hear about another fire again.
And you know what? The problem we are having is that I don't even know, because we have been carrying out sensitization in the markets.
When you say sensitization, what do you mean? You're talking to people?
And then talking to the marketers, talking to the market authority, and telling them these are the equipments, the basic fire defense equipment that you can install. These are the things that how you can organize your market. We inspect those markets. With the exception of the model markets in Abuja, there's none that is really segmented and really demarcated the way it is expected based on risk assessment and risk management. If you go to the model markets built earlier on, you find out that they even have fire stations, all the model markets in the district. But the old markets and those emerging markets in the satellite towns, they just jam-pack themselves, and then and now it's coming to at the end of the year, most market fires are at this during the ember periods.
With the economy and
but
with everything going on, most people would favor markets
informal
that are
markets.
Not, yes, informal markets, and the reason is that things are cheaper there.
But most
because
times,
they don't have to pay these heavy costs.
But most
for
times
people,
the fire,
that people have to pay in organized markets.
Most times the fires start in the night. So that means the marketers also are contributing to the fire, because most of them sleeps in the market. They cook in the market.
They rent out sheds to people.
To even people.
What places have you mapped out for these demolitions?
Many.
So let's hear now. Tell us some of these places so
no,
that
no,
the
no,
people
I'm
who
not
are there.
I'm not in the team of. There is a task force set for that purpose, and they are going. And I don't want to really preempt what they are doing.
So basically, if you're selling in an informal market in Abuja, they're coming for you.
They are coming for. Especially if you are selling those inflammable things mixed together with other things in a place that is not designated for that, definitely you are going to pack out. And if you get to Gorimpa now, you will see that it's sanitized. It's sanitized.
Although it has been something that has worried me for quite a bit, because you would go, one thing that I think about, I don't use kerosene, but I use gas. And sometimes you see these people who sell gas informally all over the streets.
No, we have taken census of all the informal, those selling gas in the FCT. We were able to identify those with license. We were able to identify those without license. But we are calling on the public, general public. You don't just wake up in the morning and see somebody putting a rack in front of your house or by your fence selling gas and you keep quiet. You report such person to the relevant authority, because you are endangering your life. So you don't allow them. We have the statistics, the data of all those that are licensed and where they're supposed to be. So anybody, because gas explosion is very dangerous. It's going to be very, very dangerous if it happens. When it happens at Nasarawa, you know what it was. We had to go to Nasarawa, sympathize with them, and understudy what really happened, so that, because Nasarawa and Abuja is the same thing. If it happens at Nyanya or Mararaba, what's the difference between Mararaba and Abuja, Nasarawa and Abuja in that extent? So we really need to work. It is a teamwork. The entire FCT community has to come up and fight this kind of menace.
Good luck with the work that you do, and we hope to see you very soon.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
What do you do with a freak accident? You find who dropped the ball and make that person pay. It's not about the money, it's the principle. All that power comes with so much responsibility. So if you're in charge of maintaining a standard, be on your toes. This anyhowness that has become associated with us as a people has to stop. It's affecting governance, affecting our daily lives, destroying our reputation around the world, and discouraging investors. What is wrong with doing the right thing? Look now, 10 people are dead. Why? Kerosene was stored and sold in a rowdy environment prone to accidents. There's a reason city organizers insist that certain businesses be in clusters. No, it's not because the government hates you. It's for better city planning, better governance, and most of the time, it is done to keep you safe. There are standards for every single thing on this planet. And I'll be honest with you, most of the time, when disasters happen, check it, a standard was dropped. I know that some of you are saying right now, God is in control. Yes, he is. However, while he does his job, let's do ours. That's Date on Abuja this week. Please let us know the happenings in your neighborhood using the social media handles showing right now on your screens. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kayla Magwa. See you next time.